Welcome everyone. Today we are looking at creating a personality quiz using H5P on WordPress, and this is what it will look like. Personality quiz, we got a background and we got a kind of not very visible button that we can click on to start our personality quiz. And this is what it looks like. You can add as many questions. We have 4 questions, but you can add as many questions, as many answers as well. I've just put 3 options for each question, but you can add as many options for the questions, and you can add as many personalities as you want to be associated with the questions and the answers. I've only added 3 personalities. So first question, what do you like to do on the weekends? Stay at home, play board games with friends, go out and go wild, or I'd rather not say. For me, I'd rather not say. You need to study for a final exam. Do you study by yourself so you can focus? Do you form a study group so you can help each other? Or would you rather not say? I'd rather not say. Where would you rather go on a holiday? Party destination for maximum fun? Go somewhere quiet to relax and unwind? Or you'd rather not say? I'd rather not say. What kind of video games do you like to play? Multiplayer games with friends, one-player games, or you'd rather not say? For me, I like one-player games. Now I get my answer, my personality. I'm an outcast. You're an outcast, secretive person, up to no good. Your answers have been recorded and will be forwarded to the proper authorities. So notice how I chose 3 answers I'd rather not say, and 1 answer that said I want to play, or I like to play one-player games. So those 3 the 3 answers that were I'd rather not say, they're all associated with the outcast personality. So 3 of my answers were associated with the outcast personality. And 1 answer, my last answer, was associated with the hermit personality. That's another personality I've added. So I said I'd like to play one-player video games. That is associated with the hermit personality. So 3 outcast, 1 hermit. So outcast is the majority, and that's what I got as my answer. I can retake and I can quickly choose the answers, like go out, go wild, form a study group, party destination, and multiplayer games. All of them are outgoing. I get the outgoing personality. So it depends on what your answers are most associated with. And I'll show you how to create this. It's very interesting. It's fun. It can be used for other purposes if you're creative enough. Let's take a look at how we can create a personality quiz using H5P on WordPress. Let's take a look at how to create a personality quiz using H5P on WordPress. So the first thing you want to do is come down to the H5P content, and you want to add a new content. And we're looking for the personality quiz module. If it's not installed, you can click on get to install it, and then once it's installed, you can click on it to start creating. We give it a title. For the title, we'll just give it the same name, personality quiz. This is the screen title, and that's personality quiz also. So this is the one that shows, and the top one, the first title, is metadata. It is just in the back end, not in the front end. For the metadata, we're not adding anything. Keep it as it is. You have the option to not display the title, but we will display the title. And then you have the optional image. So this is the image for the cover screen, the first screen. What you can do is you can skip That way it just goes straight to the first question without a cover screen. But we're going to have a cover screen, and we're going to add an image here. That will be the first page before the first question. And let's see. So we just got this thing here, this picture. Alt text, we don't really need alt text. Just say pick. Again, we're not skipping it. And then we do the screen results. So this is the first page, this is the last page for the screens. And there are three ways to show the screen, to show the results. First, none, so no animation. The results page just shows up, just appears. Or you can have a fade in, so a soft fade in into the result, or you can have a wheel of fortune. So that's basically all the personalities that you have created on a wheel that spins around, and then one of them gets selected based on the answers of the user. We'll try all of them, but for now let's keep it for none. We're going to display the personality title in the results. We're going to display the personality description, and we're going to display the personality image if we have set one. But we will set one, so we will display it, and we will display the results with an image as a background, not in line. So a background is just basically a background with a text overlay of the title of the personality and the description. Inline means you will have the title on a white background, and then you'll have a picture under it. That's the personality image, and then under that you will have the description on a white background. So we'll keep it as a background. That way it covers the whole activity. So we're done with our title screen and results screen. Now we get to create our personalities. So how many personalities will our test have? So for this one, for this demo, I have 3 personalities. So the first personality, just say outgoing, and a short description. You like to be with people, meet new friends, and socialize. And I am adding in an image for this personality, someone who's outgoing, and I've just got a picture of some outgoing looking people. So that's the first personality. The second personality, I've called it a hermit, and you like to be by yourself or with a small group of people. Very short description, and I've got a picture of a hermit crab hiding under something. So this is the second personality that we will have, hermit. You can add as many personalities as you want. I will add a third personality, and the third personality will be the outcast. And this is what I will say. So you're an outcast, you're a secretive person, you're up to no good, your answers have been recorded and will be forwarded to the proper authorities. That's the third personality. The users won't see these personalities until the end of the quiz, until they have answered all of the questions. But we have set them already. Again, you can add as many personalities as you want, and you can delete them as well. But we are good with 3 personalities. Then we have our questions. We're going to add our questions. So based on the questions, 1 personality will be selected for the user. So we'll ask question number 1. So question number 1, what do you like to do in the weekends? You can add an image to every question, but I'm not adding any images. I take that back. I'm going to add an image for the first question only. That way you see what it looks like, but only for the first one. Okay, so this is the image for the question, kind of random. I couldn't find anything that made sense. So we have our question, we have the image, and now we have our answers. So we have some options here. The first option, what do you like to do in the weekends? On the weekends, stay at home and play board games with friends. This is the first question. Now, for each, this is the first answer, sorry. For each answer, we will have to set a personality. So if a person chooses this answer, what personality do they belong to? Are they outgoing, hermit, or an outcast? So for this one, if he answers stay at home and play games, we just say hermit. If the answer applies to more than one personality, you can separate them with the comma. So you can say, if somebody chooses this answer, he is a hermit and an outcast. You can add 3 or 4 personalities to one answer. So we will experiment with that later. For now, we're just gonna add one personality for each answer. So the first answer, stay at home. You can also add an image for an answer, not just for a question. And let's try that. We'll just add one for the first answer. Just a picture of surfboards. We'll just look at what that looks like. Second answer to this question, what do you like to do on the weekends? Go out and get wild, or go out and go wild. And if somebody chooses this answer, they are outgoing. That is the personality associated with this answer. So now I have 2 answers. So I have a question, what do you like to do on the weekends? Answer 1, answer 2. I can add as many answers as I want. I'm gonna add the third answer. And the third answer is I'd rather not say. And if somebody says I'd rather not say, then we'll say he's probably an outcast. We won't add an image. So right now only the first question has an image. Okay. And as you can see here, we can add as many questions as we want. Under is just replacing the text. So instead of start, you can have it say something else. Same with the progress test, number of questions of total. So this will say maybe 1 out of 1 because we only have 1 question. And this is the button that says retake. You can rename the button. You can turn on and off the animation, and I'll show you what that looks like. And the progress bar and the button color as well. So remember this, we got blue and green. Let's take a look at what it looks like right now. So right now we've got 3 personalities, we've got 1 question with 3 answers. If they choose the first choice, they will be a hermit. The second choice is an outgoing, and the third choice is an outcast. I don't want to display any toolbars, and let's create it and take a look at what our activity looks like right now. Okay, that looked like a little bug. Let's try to refresh again. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Good. So this is the background we've set. We set this picture as a background. This is our title, and this is the button to start the quiz. So if I click on the start, you can see there's an animation, the bar that progresses, and it's purple. We can change that color, and we've got the question: what do you like to do on the weekends? And we have the picture for this question. We also added a picture for this answer. So we've got our three answers, and we're going to choose the first answer, and then we will get our results. So I like to stay at home and play board games with friends. So it tells us you're a hermit, you like to be by yourself or with a small group of friends, and we have our background image. So as you can see, our background is covering the whole activity, and then we've got some overlay elements with text in them. And then we got retake quiz. We can retake, we can start, we can choose go out and go wild, and it says outgoing, and it describes the type of personality. And finally we can click on I'd rather not say, and it says you're an outcast, a secretive person, up to no good. We didn't set an image, so we can set an image there. Let's go back and make a few changes. So we've got our title screen, we've got outgoing, hermit. Let's add an image to the outcast. Kind of a shadowy character. Alright, so our image is there. So as you can see, the purple color, the green color, we can change. The animation where the bar is progressing, we can change that as well. And we're also going to change the results screen. This time we're going to want a wheel of fortune to see what that looks like. So the question the image for the question showed. This image did not show. This image did not show. Alright, so we're going to add a few more questions. So I'm going to add a few more questions. Question number 2. Question there. I've got answer number 1. I've got answer number 2. And I've got answer number 3. So I'm going to add a third answer. And with number 1, that is the hermit personality. With number 2, that is the outgoing. And number 3, that is the outcast. So we've got our three answers. I'm going to add a third question. No, the third question is, where would you rather go on a holiday? Party destination. Go somewhere quiet to relax and unwind, or I'd rather not say. Add a third answer, I'd rather not say. So that is outgoing, hermit, and outcast. And we're going to add a fourth and last question here. What kind of video games do you like to play? So this is the question. First answer, multiplayer games, and that is the outgoing personality. Second answer, one-player games, and that is the hermit. And the last one, we add another answer. The last one, I'd rather not say, and that's the outcast. So now we have our 4 questions, and for each one we have 3 answers, and we have designated a personality for each question. So what this module does is it goes through all of your answers, and it shows which answer, which personality you've chosen the most. So associate the answers with the personalities. So if you choose the answer associated with hermit twice, and then you choose one outcast, one outgoing, then you're a hermit. So it's basically just adding up the numbers. So let's take a look at what it looks like now. We've changed maybe 2 or 3 things. So we still have this, and we have our first question, and let's say the first question, we like to stay at home, play board games with friends. No, actually let's go out and go wild. The second question, you need to study for a final exam. What do? Study with a group of friends. So now we have 2 answers that make us outgoing. Next, we're going to choose a hermit, an answer that makes us a hermit. Go somewhere quiet to relax and unwind. That is what a hermit personality does. And last one, we'll choose an outcast. So now we have 2 outgoing, 1 hermit, and 1 outcast. This is the Wheel of Fortune for personalities. And it shows the pictures. And we are outgoing because we've chosen 2 answers that made us outgoing, 1 that made us a hermit, and 1 that made us an outcast. So we are outgoing. Let's go back, maybe edit 1 or 2 things. What we will do is we'll change the color of the bar and the button, and we'll change some of the personality options. We'll add some personalities to some answers. So the first thing we're gonna do is the results screen. I don't like that wheel. Maybe a fade in is nice enough. And I'll go to the bottom. I'll change the button to red, and the progress bar, we'll change it to internet blue. That's what I'll call it. Okay, so let me do one thing here. I'm gonna try to break this. So I'll go back to all of my questions. And for the answers, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna associate outcast as a second personality for all of the answers. Outcast, outcast, another outcast, 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 yep, and then outcast, outcast, don't zoom out, outcast, 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 and the last question, we're gonna add outcast to all of them as well. Alright. Let's update and take a look at what happens now. So now every answer has an association with two personalities, and one of them is always outcast. So we've got different color now, red instead of purple. So first question, what I'm gonna choose is I'm gonna choose outgoing for all of them, or hermit for all of them. I always change my mind. I'm gonna choose hermit for all of them. So you see now the bar is red and the top bar is blue instead of green. Second one, stay or study by myself so I can focus. Number 3, I want to go somewhere quiet to relax. And number 4, I'm gonna choose also one player games. So what we did is we added outcast to all of the answers. So no matter how we answer, our answers will always be outcast. Our personality will always be outcast, because what the program does is it counts how many outcasts are there associated to the answers. And since we've got four answers, we've got 4 outcasts associated with the answers. Let's see what it's gonna say. So we said hermit, 1 player games. Interesting. Let's try this again. Make sure I didn't mess it up. So we said hermit for everything. Stay at home. Study by myself. Go somewhere relaxed to unwind. And 1 player game. Outgoing. So did I put outcast or outgoing for all of them? Let me go back and check. I thought I put outcast. Maybe I put outgoing. They're too similar. No, I put outcast for all of them. That is very interesting. Okay, so maybe what had happened is that we need a space after the comma. It's a comma separated list. So let's try that. Let's try that. And let's see if that makes a difference. Interesting. And it showed outgoing. That's the one that I didn't choose at all. Let's make sure again, just double check all of them. Outcast, outcast, outcast. Okay, now they're all comma separated with a space after the comma. Let's start again, and let's be hermits. Stay at home, play games with friends, study by myself, hermit, go somewhere quiet, hermit, and 1 player games, hermit. Okay, now we're getting closer. Now we got hermit. So what I assume happened is that we got 4 answers for hermit and 4 answers for outcast, and it chose hermit. It chose to show me hermit. So my only assumption is that there is a hierarchy here, and because we had 4 hermits and 4 outcasts, it chose hermit over outcast as the results. So we can test this out. We can test this out by changing one of our answers. So we'll choose 3 hermits and 1 outgoing. Then we will have 3 hermits, 1 outgoing, and 4 outcasts. So it should show us outcast. So let's go hermit, stay at home, play board games, study by myself, hermit, go somewhere quiet, hermit, and the last one we're gonna go outgoing, which is multiplayer games with friends, and it showed us outcast. Let's go back and actually let's clear the second personality we put for each answer. You can experiment with this more. And let me update. And we've got our personality quiz. And to get this quiz onto the front end, onto the website, you need to copy the shortcode and you need to add it in a new post, or you need to add it in a new page. We're going to add a new post. Let's give it a name, 37, personality quiz, and we're going to add a shortcode block, and in the shortcode block we're going to add our shortcode. We're going to publish it, we're going to publish, and we're going to view our post to see what it looks like. We've got a personality quiz. The only thing is this is difficult to see. Click on start. Answer all of the questions. So one reason to have a background for questions or an image for questions maybe is to let me refresh this very quickly. Start. Maybe just to make it a little bit bigger, so it's good to have that image, because if you go to the next one, kind of a little not high enough, I think. I'd rather not say. I like the fade in effect, or the animation for the fade in, and it says you're an outcast and it gives me the answer. So it is a personality quiz, but I think that is a limited use of that module, because you can use it for other things as well. It doesn't have to be a personality. It could be other things, I'm sure, if you use your imagination. If you do use your imagination and use it for anything else other than a personality quiz, please let me know. Leave something in the comments. I'm very interested. I want to see how people use these modules, because I know there is room for a lot of creativity and imagination. Alright, that's it for the personality quiz. If you have any questions, any comments, let me know. Otherwise, thank you for watching this, and I will see you next time.